5 for your Detroit Pistons. At shooting guard, at 6 feet 7 inches, number 55, Duncan Robinson. At power forward, 6'8", number 12, Tobias Harris. The forwards, 6'6", number 9, All-Star Thompson. Center, 6'10", numero 0, Jalen Duran. At guard, 6'8", number 2, Cunningham. Your Detroit Pistons head coach, JB Bickerstaff. Let's hear it for your Detroit Pistons.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Riza-Shea. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Alexander Walker in the point guard. And for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duran in at the 5 spot. Now upon a really intriguing part of the season, Greg, it seems we've seen enough to give these teams some kind of identity.
I tell you, if teams are still searching for an identity, it's fair to say things probably aren't going well.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Misses the baby hook. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Hawks. Here's Riza-Shea. A beautiful reverse layup. Riza-Shea's got his team on the board to start the game for Atlanta. On the wing, Harris. To Cunningham. Thompson looking for an opening. Clock at 4. Cunningham against Porzingis. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Outside Daniel. Out left to the wing. Duran against Porzingis. From deep. Daniels, no good. Now you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duran drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And that one drops. Cunningham's got his second bucket.
And the defense was all over him, but Cunningham shows some toughness inside.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Daniels with it. Duran picks him up. Johnson outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you. Riza-Shea wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Riza-Shea's got 5. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Cunningham passes to Harris. Duran with a screen on Johnson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Strong response by the veteran Harris. Coming back with his own three, making a statement duel.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
Okongwu's checked in for Zachary Rieseshay. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Deep two from Robinson. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Cunningham looking around. Harris outside. Duran sets the screen for Harris. He's looking for Duran and finds him. And Duran slams it in.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Duran. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
There's 1:59 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Daniels. To Alexander Walker. Porzingis with a screen on Robinson. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Thompson outside. In the corner, it's Robinson. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Reverse check in for Detroit. Ivy comes in for Duncan Robinson. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. In the third spot, the Hawks.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Okongwu, the pass to Krejci. Here's Kennard. Pass to Wallace. Lets it go with the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Duran with the screen on Wallace. Cunningham for three. And he's good on the three ball. Cunningham's got 7.
A little back and forth from Cunningham. He's gotten comfortable from three-point range.
Wallace, the pass to Krejci. Going inside. Here's Newell. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harris outside. Down low. Here's LeBron. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
Here's Newell. Krejci passes to Kennard. And the three off target. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
We've got Isaiah Stewart, LeVert out there with Holland. Then it's Ivy, and it's Jenkins in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second one. Now here's Jenkins. 8 points his last outing. To the middle. And Stewart gets it to go. Stewart's got his first basket.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
The Hawks trail by 6. And the Pistons combining veteran shooting stand with their young core. And it's been a winning recipe.
Yeah, they've given Cade Cunningham room to operate, along with Jalen Duren and Sar Thompson. So much athleticism to attack that newfound space.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And here is Jenkins. He has yet to score. Now LeVert. Off target at the rim.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Kennard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Different look here for Detroit. Sar Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Robinson comes in for Ivy. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Krejci's checked in. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham. Asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for. To be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you, Kevin.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. That one drops. He ties it up. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Now here's Porzingis. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And here's Atlanta. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Johnson, the pass to Porzingis, and it's blocked.
Well, Stewart understands his role is to protect the rim, and he does a great job of it.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Dyson Daniels checked in for the Hawks. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Robinson. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Here is Daniels. No scoring in this one. The Hawks working the ball around. On the wing, Daniels. Against the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And how about the emergence, Dan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
Now here's Johnson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Here's Cunningham. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's all about strength for Stewart. For him to be able to get the ball in the hoop while absorbing the foul.
And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Duran, he's checked in for Levert. Atlanta also making some changes here. Newell comes in for Okongwu. And it's Reza Shea in for Jalen Johnson. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game. Well, at 7-2, Porzingis has a great view of the floor. It allows him to spot open passes.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Bucket is good.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Daniel. 6 to shoot. Buries the 20-footer. Daniels has got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
And Stewart gets it to go. Stewart's got 7 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Alexander Walker. Reza Shea in the corner. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And the Hawks making a change here. Gay's checked in.
Number 18, Mohamed Gay.
And, well, Detroit shooting very well. 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Robinson for 3. Here's Duran. Rebound, Atlanta. Reza Shea up top, guarded by Robinson. Pass to Reza Shea. Porzingis inside, defended by Duran. Outside for Robinson. That will count, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The Hawks, 27.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, Let's see what the standings look like in the East. Pretty interesting how this is all coming together, don't you guys think?
Not interesting. It's exactly how I predicted it would look.
Oh, sure. Like you could have predicted the standings would look just like this. Whatever floats your boat, big guy.
Kenny, you leave my boat out of this. I'll make you walk the plank.
And weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
His selections is touch phenomenal. It's the kind of shooting night some people dream about. Except for me. He's doing it in real life. You know what I mean, Ernie?
Yeah, I do. Efficient, effective, and making it look effortless.
Effortless.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Atlanta's shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And so in the game for the Hawks, the post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. Now here's Thompson. Robinson for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Robinson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Detroit. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Porzingis, and he banks in the layup.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
And Detroit has possession. They lead by one. Robinson passes to Harris. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. Pulls it up. That misses off the backboard. Thompson's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Johnson, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. On the wing, Thompson, defended by Alexander Walker. Porzingis against Harris. Here's the three, and the Pistons another three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
The Hawks trail by 6. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Porzingis has got 8.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Thompson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. 4 on the clock. Harris inside. Johnson on him. Harris's shot is off. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Thompson with it. Driving in. And Thompson shoots it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Alexander Walker. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Here's Porzingis. Comes up empty down low. Pistons leading by 4. Out to Thompson. Pass to Harris. Now here's Duran. Shoots over Johnson. Duran, no good.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. Takes it off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, year after year, Johnson continues to tighten that handle. He's getting better.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jenkins, he's checked in for Detroit. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Luke Kennard comes in for Dyson Daniels. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And now, Alan LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved. But we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the run. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And so it's Atlanta with it after the basket by Detroit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Thompson kicks to Harris. Pass to Jenkins. Lets it go from deep. It's good from long range. Jenkins got his first 3 points of the game.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get that.
And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
Now Jenkins, following the Porzingis miss from deep. Inside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Harris's shot is good. And Atlanta has possession. 9-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their home season. To stop the run. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got 8.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Harris outside. Pass to Duran. Over Okongwu. Duran, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivey. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. And it's LeVert in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now Johnson. Following the 3-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 6. Okongwu against Stewart. Here's Kennard. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Pass to Ivy. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Hawks trail by 8. Here's Newell, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Usually just seen as a knockdown shooter, Kennard has good instincts as a passer as well.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And they double up Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. Shakes him. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's Atlanta with it. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He knows every possession is critical now. Detroit making a switch. Harris is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Porzingis is checked in for Newell. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Wallace. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He said to his players, "I believe in you. I know what we have." It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, here's Okongwu. Kennard, the pass to Alexander-Walker. Puts up a 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Cunningham outside. Back to LeVert. Cunningham on the wing. Defended by Alexander-Walker. Cunningham's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 5. Alexander-Walker passes to Porzingis, and the shot is good. 10 points for Porzingis.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Now, here's LeVert. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And how about the playmaking skill of LeVert? I like watching this guy break down the D in the pick and roll.
Okongwu with a screen on Ivy. Cleared away by Stewart. Pistons leading by 6. Cunningham on the wing. Defended by Alexander-Walker. And the shot will go down.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
The Hawks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. A different look here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Jaden Ivey. Then for the Hawks, Zachary Risache is checked in for Okongwu. And Daniels subbed in for Luke Kennard. Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by Thompson. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Now Cunningham. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of.
With the assist.
The Hawks trail by 10.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Porzingis. The response, slamming at home.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Robinson after the basket by Atlanta. No good there. Now, Alexander Walker. Good! Lays it right in there.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Second personal foul. Team second. At the line for the Hawks, Alexander Walker. Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Pistons leading by 5. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. The shot is good!
Finishing strong. Cunningham is tenacious. Does not back down.
Defensive foul. Nikhil Alexander Walker. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Pistons. Cunningham. Cunningham.
That's good from Cunningham.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
Now here's Porzingis. Daniels. Oh, what a finish!
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Detroit's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's a screen. Shoots it. Here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Now Harris. Now Robinson. Johnson rips down the board.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And an intentional foul right there.
Losing set. First personal foul. Team second. At the line for Detroit, Thompson. Taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's Cunningham. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Got it to go.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
From outside, it's good. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now, our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.